Kurt Jackson, Retirement Income Strategist with KJ Financial on Liberty, Missouri, here with another thought about your retirement. Today, my thoughts are going to head towards how much your retirement is dependent upon whether or not the market loses. Okay. There's another market crash coming. Actually, there's several more coming. We just don't know when they're going to happen. I put a graphic up there on the screen that shows that we've had two major stock market crashes since 2000. Okay. And it really looks like another one could be on the horizon. There's several economists predicted it would be, late last year in 2013. There's more predicting it'll be this year. We don't know when it's coming, but it sure looks like it's coming. So while the traditional advisors always tell you that the market is up over time, is it up over your definition of over time? Is it up over the time you're working? Is it up over the time you're in retirement? We don't know if it's going to be or not. It's really a big gamble. What happens if your personal over time, your personal definition of over time includes that 2000 to 2013 time period? Okay. And actually, folks, if you're watching this, it probably did. Okay. Here's a closer look at that period if you look on the screen. See, now all the pundits from Wall Street, the media, and they want you to think that all is well because the market has recovered and in fact gone up. Okay. Yeah, the market's up, but it's up at the time that I put this together was up a whopping 277 points, which it's up a little bit more than that, but not significantly more than that. That's 18.5%. So over almost 14 years, it was up 18.15%. That means your average return is what, 1.2? But wait a minute, what have we forgotten? Annual fees. See, annual fees easily reach 2 to 3%. But even if they were only 1%, what would that do for you? Does that mean your best case scenario is you're up 0.2% over a 14-year period? Now, that's not great, but at least you're still up. But wait, are we? What about inflation? According to the government's calculation of inflation, it was 2.77% a year from January 2000 through October of 2013. When I recorded this, I put all this information together. That was the latest data I had available. Now, keep in mind that the government, in their calculation for inflation, does not include the cost of food, energy, and healthcare. Well, shouldn't we include those? If we did, then that inflation number is well north of 4%. If we use the government's figure, we'll just use that. We'll subtract 2.77% from the 0.2% gain. That means our money lost, what, 2.75% of spending power each year? If you left all of your money in the market from 2000 until November of 2013, from March of 2000 to that would have happened only if you left it. How many of you did that? Did you leave your money in the market the whole time, or did you panic and get out? Okay. Let's say you have 40 years of working to build up your retirement. The last 14 of those 40 years, or 35% of your working life, your retirement has lost buying power. And in reality, you're probably still down. See, they trick you into thinking that you're doing better than you are because they tell you that, hey, your retirement account balance is higher than it was in 2000. What they fail to tell you is how much of that so-called gain was from your money. The money that you keep putting in each and every month into your retirement account. Now imagine you retired in 2000, began taking income out to live, paid fees annually, and the cost of living goes up about 4%. How do you think that would be going for you? Right? Do you realize that if you started with a $60,000 income in the beginning of 2000, if inflation was just 4%, you would need to be taking out $103,900 a year just to maintain your lifestyle from that. So in this scenario, you've gone from 60,000 to pulling out 60,000 in retirement income to 103,900 a year in just 14 years. During a time that you paid 1%, 2%, 3% or more in fees, you suffered a 47% plus loss and a 59% plus loss. That big run up since 2009, you didn't get to really fully participate in because you had less money to grow because you'd been taking money out and had suffered two huge losses. Okay. How well do you think that retirement went if you retired in 2000? Do you know for sure when you retire that this type of thing won't happen again? Right? Do you think this traditional way of saving for and taking income in retirement is working? Do you feel certain what you are doing will bring you success in retirement? Would it be maybe a smart thing to do to look at what you're doing now to see what chances what the chances are that you'll have enough money to last you as long as you live in retirement, right? If you do think it would be smart to check that out, would it be smart to talk with someone that doesn't follow this traditional, this dangerous path, this risky traditional way of retirement planning? Would it maybe be smart to not necessarily talk with someone in that along those lines? So now we've got a proprietary software program. It's called Retirement Analyzer, and we take all of your current information. We put you to work a little bit with it, but we take your, how much money you're spending, you're putting away. We'll run realistic estimates of returns, and we see where your red line number is. Okay, and that's the number that you run out of money, where we think the chances are you run out of money. Now, if that number is at an age late enough that you're comfortable with, great, you're doing fine. If that age is too soon, then we'll look at red line solutions to see if we can move it out. If that doesn't move it out far enough, or you don't like those red line solutions, then we can also offer, if you want us to, offer some other potential solutions to help you to help you be able to push that red line number out farther. And maybe, hopefully, maybe we can just totally eliminate it so it doesn't matter how long you live. I mean, that's our ultimate goal. So we've put together a free video that explains that Retirement Analyzer software system. You can access it. There should be a link somewhere around the video. If you're on our YouTube channel or our blog, then there's probably not a link. You'll just have to email us and request, say, hey, Kurt, could you send me the link to that Retirement Analyzer software video? I'd really like to see it. Then once you watch that, the next step is to take advantage of our no cost, no obligation meeting, where we can sit down and analyze what you've got, what you're doing now, and then you can make the decision whether or not you think you need to make some changes, or if you're happy with how things look. Okay. But keep in mind, when we run these things, we do it more real. We think we're a lot more realistic in our number estimations than your traditional advisor is. They're using what I call them pie in the sky numbers. Okay. And we'll show you why we think those are pie in the sky numbers. So if you're interested in that, please just send us that email, request us an email, or click on the link and go to the page to be able to access that information. We'll be happy to share that with you. I do want to commend you for taking some time out to think about your retirement. Now you got to do something about it. All right. Make sure that your retirement's going to be what you want it to be. So, hey, thanks for stopping by today. I hope you have a great day and an even better retirement.